Hello, my name is Jose Olivares. Let me start off by sharing that I am a father of 4. I have 8-year-old twins, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So it's safe to say, in my household, we need to practice dining room etiquettes, or most commonly known as table manners. Table manners are important in any setting, so it's vital that we know and understand the basics when it comes to it. Table manners plays a vital role in how individuals view people in society, either it be by questioning their intelligence, their social class, or their upraising. So what I'm going to cover today is table manners. But before I jump into table manners, I feel it's important that we cover how to set up a table correctly. So, as you can see here in this poster, the spoons and knives are always located on the right hand side of your plate. The dessert, dinner, and salad fork is always located on the left hand side of your plate. The glasses in which you drink are always located on the right hand side of your plate above the spoons and forks, or spoon and knives. Your napkins and your bread plate are always located on the left hand side. According to sources from etiquette scholars, by using the outside-in rule, it makes it easier for individuals to know which utensils to use first. Also, it's a good reminder to know that you eat to your left and you drink to your right. So what does that mean? That means drinks are always located on your right-hand side, and the food for you to eat is always located on your left-hand side. Now that I've covered how to set up a table correctly, let's go over table manners before and in the beginning of your meal. It's important and respectful to RSVP for an event, even if there is no RSVP requested. At some events, there are postcards telling people where to sit. If there are no postcards, it's respectful to ask your host or hostess what the seating arrangement is. After you've figured out the seating arrangement, it's important you do not sit down until your host or hostess has sat down. Once your hostess or hostess has sat down, it's important you do not place your napkin on your lap until your host or hostess has. Once they have done that, that is implied that the dinner or meal is about to begin. According to Danny Main, an editor for Health Magazine, states that if you ever need to get up from a meal and return, it's important to not place your napkin on your chair, but you can place it anywhere you would like on the table. But if you are getting up from the table and leaving for good, it's important to place your napkin on the left-hand side of your plate. Now that I've covered the table manners of before and the beginning of your meal, let's go over some of the do's and don'ts during your meal. According to sources from Etiquette School of New York, the following list are some of the common rules we all should know when having a meal with others, such as, don't talk with your mouth full. That's obvious, right? No one wants to see chewed food, nor does anybody want food to spit on them. Always cut one piece of meat and eat it before cutting your next piece. As goes for your bread. You always break off one piece first and eat it before breaking off another. Wait to swallow all your food before sipping your drink. That's obvious to some of us, right? No one wants to see you eat and drink at the same time, nor does anyone want to see food floating in your cup. Posture. Posture is also very important. By sitting up straight and keeping your arms off the table shows courtesy to others and shows that you're interested in having a meal with them. It's also proper etiquette when you're finished eating to place your fork and your knife at a 10-20 position. And as I stated before, placing your napkin on the left side of your plate. Now that I've covered the most common rules of the table manners, which we all should already know, I'm going to cover some of the bad habits or bad table manners that a lot of people have that should be fixed. Such as, it's important that you do not begin eating until everyone else has been served. I know that my kids have this issue, and it's something that we definitely need to learn in our household. It's also good to know not to overload your fork. By taking smaller portions, you're not opening your mouth wider than you should, or you're not stuffing your mouth. Which brings me to the next bullet. Do not remove food or gristle from your mouth with using your thumb or your fingers and then placing it on your plate. That's disgusting because no one wants to see your fingers in your mouth, nor does anyone want to see chewed food on your plate. Don't spread your elbows when cutting your meat. Keep your arms in as close as you can while eating. And when you're cutting your meat, do not saw at your meat back and forth like you're cutting lumber, but cut towards yourself in a slow, controlled manner. Like I stated before, table manners are important in any setting that may arise, either it be business or personal. Having improper dining etiquette will lead to poor judgment by others, so it's vital to know and understand the basics when it comes to table manners. Thank you.